Hello and welcome to another recording for my channel. This will be another STO episode video, and we are going to be playing the episode Romulan Mystery, Coliseum. Let's get started.
My contacts tell me that the Empire has rejected my request for military assistance. That is regrettable, but not unexpected. The Tal Shiar are formidable opponents, as are the forces directing their action. I understand if the High Council is reluctant to engage in a battle that is not theirs. So today I appeal to you, not as a comrade in warfare, but as an honorable warrior. My people need your help. I need your help. One of our ships was carrying a load of Thalaron weapons through the Nopada system. That ship has disappeared. There are no indications there was a battle. It's as if my ship and its cargo simply vanished. I know you have your reservations about the lengths to which I will go to secure the freedom of my people. Tell me, if you do not trust me with Thalaron weapons, do you want Hakiv to have them? I can provide you the last coordinates of the vessel. Please help me. Do what you will with the weapons, if they survive. But find my people.
Okay. Let's get started. I don't remember how long this one is. There's a bit of moving around, I know that. First, I'm not reading any active vessels on on sensors. There is, however, a debris field nearby. It's clustered around a satellite in orbit of the planet, and the composition of the debris corresponds with ships that have gone missing in this region. I'll keep scanning, sir, but we'll need to take a closer look before I can determine if there are Thalaron weapons on one of these hulks. I'm detecting the vessel that OBSEC sent to us to find, but all of the ships in this debris field show signs of being affected by the same thing, a high-frequency energy beam that overloaded all of their systems. If the Romulan's ship was hit by that beam, it might have crashed into the planet's surface or gone adrift somewhere else in the system. I'm detecting energy readings from the satellite, sir. If the Romulan crew determined them as well, I detected them as well. They could have tried to use it to record a distress signal. We'll need to be closer before I can attempt an uplink with the satellite's communication array.
Warning, ship is under attack.
We're stuck. This beam is holding us like a fly in a spider's web. We've managed to keep life support and environmental systems active, but almost everything else is offline. Shields, weapon, engines, nothing works. I'm not detecting any life signs on the satellite, sir, but there is a compartment with life support. The systems operating the beams must be automated. The chief says we have enough power in the backups for one transport. Recommend we send a team over to the satellite and find a way to turn the beam off. We are ready to beam over to the satellite on your orders, sir. So once I finish this Romulan mission, I might actually start training up my crew with the training manuals to try to get some better actions from them. Okay. Captain, the consoles here appear to control the beam that is draining power from our ship, but there is a security lock preventing access. We need to find a usable console. Operational status locked online. Okay. So this is similar to the Dracona Station mission, where you've got to activate certain consoles in an order to deactivate the tractor beam holding your ship. This console doesn't appear to be locked like the others. Whoever did this must not have thought that the console used for inventory control was important. I think I can access the back door into the rest of the satellite's program from here. I see the problem. The Romulan consoles are causing a lockout by forcing the satellite's primary processor to run through a series of equations and removing key bits of information from the answers, which causes the processor to lock up. If we can solve these equations and input the correct information directly into the consoles, the security lock on the satellite's controls should be released. I've downloaded the corrupted equations onto your console for you to work on. Okay, so pretty much you just got to have 1 plus 6 equals 7, so that one is... Oh, whoa, we did it once. Oh, what the hell? Oh, lock position. There we go, lock position. Okay, so minus... 5 minus 9 is 6. No, it's not. Wait a minute, 6. Oh, plus the set 5. I think that's supposed to be times. 9 and 9 is... wait a minute. I'm going to leave it as is. Should get a calculator out just so I can do this. Divided by 67. I'm not sure if this is supposed to... Incorrect. Well, I'm going to cheat and get my phone out. Use the calculator on it. Just to make sure I'm correct, because I don't think I am. It really throws me when they move around for no reason. Okay, where's the calculator? And again, I don't know if the equations change each mission, or if it's the exact same equations every mission. Oh wait, no. This is really annoying because I used to be very good at math and now my brain just can't brain. Okay. Yeah, it depends on who you ask how you do this. Apparently, the 87 times 23 plus the 2631 doesn't always have the same answer. There's a picture on Facebook of a calculator next to, I think it might be an actual mobile phone, and they've done the exact same sum and got two completely different answers. So, yeah. Oh, that's way off. That can't be right. Got the same answer. that's better. Yeah, so the first sum worked out correctly, but the second sum didn't using the calculator. So yeah, I've been told that you've got to be careful. Depending on how you're taught math, the answers can be different. Okay, so like this, you'd have to get the first bracket, work out what the answer is, and then do the second sum separately, and then add them together. 728 times plus 728. 440. Oh, dang it, no. I even said dang it before I even pushed the button, and I was like, my brain doesn't function well. Okay, let's see. No, I can't talk to him again, so I've screwed that up. Okay, so I've got to find the other consoles and then try to transfer power around in different systems. Long range scan, ship, identify. So from memory, I've just got to alter the targeting sensors. Captain, this console controls the satellite's targeting function. I'm not sure if there's a way to disable whatever it is that is disabling ship systems on our ship. But if we can get this satellite to target something else, we maybe have a chance of prying our ship free. The satellite has ensnared a piece of debris near the ship. Its stranglehold on us is weaker, but we're not out of the woods yet. Critical systems are stable, but we still don't have weapons or long-range communicators. Okay, I thought that was too easy. Knew there was something else. So yeah, you've got to go to the other consoles and do certain... Oh, I didn't see that earlier. Do certain things to free your ship. Get on the ramp. Okay. Oh wait a minute, I've got to go over here first. Again, it's been a very long time since I've worked did my play through the missions. This console looks like it controls the satellite's power supply. Since we weren't able to free our ship by targeting something else, perhaps we could decrease the power to the satellite's weapon. Then our ship might be able to break free. Update power save mode. Have to restore. There we go. We found that if our ship does not attempt to move or fire at the satellite, that it will engage a low power version of the beam affecting us. It's almost like the energy saving mode. We can use that to our advantage. At least we won't have to worry about life support. We'll hold the ship stable and keep working on boosting power to critical systems while you try to disrupt the satellite's functions and free us. Okay, one last console and then we're free. Born free. Ooh, there's another thing over here. These are extremely important. It saves money on the exchange from having to buy them. This console controls the satellite's general operations, Captain. We've managed to minimize the power output of the satellite. I think we can keep it at it. We can switch the satellite's controls over to a sleep mode that will shut down everything but life support and power. Change operational status to off. Captain, systems are coming back online all over the ship. We have weapons, shield, even the replicators are working again. Transporters are standing by, sir. We can beam you back as soon as you're ready. Might be wondering, why is this called Coliseum? You're about to find out. Dun, dun, dun. Come on, you can do it. Okay, so that's only the first part. There's another 2 bits to this. Where is I? Now what?
If you fail to comply with commands, you will be punished.
Okay, so this is where you pick up your first melee weapon. So that's the Vulcan thing from original series where Spock fought Kirk. Just a random sword and the bat'leth. I like the bat'leth, so I'm going to pick that up. Okay. I've got the throwing knives, I'm going to keep them on me. Let's swap them out. Okay. Actually, I'll yeah, I can do it.
Commencing Test 1. Nopadin Desert Akari entering testing area.
Enemy targets on sensors.
No, I guess we can't use those weapons. I'm just gonna
Enemy
run
targets
away.
on sensors.
There we go.
Commencing Test 2.
Oh, that was easy.
Releasing War Eagles now.
Okay, so yeah, you have to use the
Enemy targets on
weapons
sensors.
they give you.
Enemy combatants in close proximity.
Proceeding to Test 3.
Enemy targets
Oh, way
on
too
sensors.
far off. So using melee weapons are a little bit different from energy weapons. You've actually got to change your tactics a little bit and swing the sword around. I'm just going to collect this before I disappear back into myself. Okay, then you've got to go through another battle. Then you've got to go through the escape. So this one might actually be a long mission. Oh, it is actually a long mission. Just realised. Okay.
Leave me alone.
Selmac, how did you get here after the escape from Installation 18? See, if you remember, there were 4 hostages we had to release. He was one of them. I remember you as well. It seems your prison break, however well intended, just ended up the same way. It's enough to make me think I keep picking the wrong side. After escaping the installation, I joined up with a freighter. We were passing near the system when we were snared by a satellite and drifted into the planet's atmosphere. The ship crashed, and even though I activated the emergency transponder to beam several of us to the planet surface, we were captured almost immediately by a group of soldiers. Since then, I've been stuck in this cage, watching my former crewmates fight and die in this arena. Okay, I don't think that's supposed to be there. Now I'm the only one left alive. That is all I know. You must be a terrible resistance fighter if you allowed your ship to crash on this planet. You said this was transported. Soldiers? What kind of soldiers?
It is too bright here.
I don't know who is responsible for this place. The trainers and guards all appear to be machines. Mercenary. Yeah, gee whiz. I'm trying to read it fast and ahead and try to keep it the pace, and I'm tripping over my own tongue. The guards all appear to be mercenaries without any clue about what's going on. They're paid to keep us in cages and look the other way. The night I was brought in, I was interrogated. There were bright lights in my eyes and a synthetic voice asking me questions. Whoever it was took care of to conceal his identity. Any idea what they want with us?
I tire of this life.
I have no idea what they want with us or why they make us fight. This all seems like some sort of giant game, but there is no one in the stands to be entertained. Am I the only person you've been paired with so far? I've had several partners in my battles. You're the only one about which I have questions. You must have impressed the masters. I know you have impressed me. Are we the only ones here?
I have lost everything.
You read it or be quiet. I think there are others here. I hear others fights. If there are other prisoners, I have never been able to contact them. We are kept separated and caged unless we are fighting. Is there any way out of here? The trainers carry key cards. That's the only way I know to get through the defenses. Do you think we can get one of those cards? Can I trust you? I do. I can see that we think the same way, friend. A few years ago, I worked as a bodyguard for a Ferengi merchant. He had a talent for acquiring lithium, and during my time with him, I learned a few things. I was able to lift a key card from one of the trainers during my interrogation. If you help me, I think I can overpower the guards and escape through the main door in the arena. Let's get out of here. Let's go.
If you fail to comply with commands, you will be punished. Test Scenario 4 activated. A Hala released.
There's a big mother head that appears in the middle as well later on. Oh, I thought I finished that one. Well, they're a lot tougher than I thought. Okay, so if you want to learn how to use the batleth, I think in the first city there's an actual fighting arena where you can actually train against other Klingons. So I might actually do a walkthrough of the first city so we can actually see this in action. Is that it? Oh, there she is. You're using that console. Where's the other console? None of them are green. Which ones am I supposed to use? There it is. I think a little movie activates here. Yeah, there you go. And I've got to fight the little ones again before I can activate the next gun. And while you're fighting these, they spit at you. All of them will spit at you. You can see I just got hit in the back. Hey.
Personal shield losing power.
Well, now it does that. Why couldn't I do that earlier? What the hell did I just click? Well, I need to increase my threat generation. They're attacking me anyway. What was that? Oh, running right next to it. Why am I running so slow? That was easy. 2 hits and it was down. Coming back now. I think there are 2 more consoles I have to hit.
Enemy targets on sensors.
I've released other people's. Okay. Oh, so slow. So slow.
Personal shield losing power. Enemy combatants in
Ooh.
close proximity.
What those spaghettios? Oh wait a minute, there's a console here.
Enemy targets on sensors. Enemy targets on sensors.
Run, Forrest, run.
Enemy targets on sensors.
Yeah, fight that. console reading and then running. It appears as if whomever created this laboratory has rigged controls to the Iconian gateway. You might be able to pull some information off the logs. Our master's patience wears thin. Hakiv. The time grows short and still you have not provided all of the species data that have required. Are you having trouble acquiring targets? I provided you with the necessary technology to modify the satellite in the Nopata system, but your little snare is slow. What we need is more test subjects. Perhaps a small colony would be enough. I will contact you again to work out the details. Hang on, there are like other options. Okay, so that's where bin 2 will come from. Oh. Project Decimation. New subject. First. Captured. Initial analysis. Subject's threat level is high and risk of escape or intervention in testing is elevated. Notify Colonel Kahiv and escalate to level 6 trials. Project. Let's just get out of here. I'm not going to make this video too long by reading every single console. Can I disable the field here? Nope. So, there it is. I can see the little circle, right? Done. Nope. Oh, there it is. Okay, so, whoa. So there are 2 more things to do, and then the video hopefully will be done. Oh, my legs are sleepy. So am I. Okay. No, it's going to take a while to load. Come on. Video is long enough as it is, I need to load slowly. And again, I'm listening back to the videos and the sound just isn't right. I don't know what's happened to the settings. I just can't get the sound right. I'm not happy with it, but it's all I've got at the moment. So unless I can find some way to fix it, it's got that, I don't know, slight echoing to it. Come on. Well, my voice anyway, the gameplay sound is spot on.
It is too bright here.
Watch out, there are Romulan Scorpion fighters overhead. They're looking for us. We need to move quickly and smartly to avoid detection. I recommend we head to the east. See that mountain in the distance? My ship crashed on the other side. It may have something we can use to signal your vessel. The search for us will only get more intense the longer we stay here. We need to get away from the arena as quickly as possible. Okay, so there is a pile of sand we have to hide in or something. Or was it rocks? I can't remember. Maybe there's both. Yeah, here I think. Nope. There it is, pile of rocks. What? Oh, just wait. Okay, thought I'd activate it. Ooh, there's something right there. I'm not going to waste time, make the videos longer by collecting all the resources. It's going to be a waste of time, so, not a waste of time, sorry, extend the amount of time it takes to do the video if I just collect every little thing. Okay, somehow hiding on top of this pile of sand is good. Okay. No, gotta talk to him. This plant has allergenic qualities. It won't be as strong as anything you have in the med bay on the ship, but it would take the edge off Selmac's pain. That might be enough to get him on his feet again. This type of plant grows in the shade. Look for it on the sides of hills and cliffs. Okay, so we've got to make a medicine for him.
I tire of this life.
Forgive me, my friend, but the pain, I need to rest just for a moment. My wounds is agony. I fear that the worm's venom may have infected me. The pain is excruciating. My vision is blurred and my blood burns in my veins. Before we were captured, my science officer said that the local plants here had medicinal qualities. Please, I need your help. Find something to ease my suffering. I need something to disinfect my wounds. Something to treat my fever and anything that will ease my pain. Thank you, my friend. I know that I will have died today if it weren't for you. I will see what I can find. Another plant up here to scan. I think there's 3 plants we have to find bits and pieces of. This plant looks like it would work as a disinfectant. It should be strong enough to clear out whatever infections Selmac might have picked up in the arena. But we'll need more samples from this type of plant in order to deal with the injury as severe as Selmac's. This type of plant grows in the washes of the desert. Look for it in large flat areas. Okay, thought there were 3 plants. Oh, there it is, the 3rd plant. Oh no, we're collecting it, okay. So we need 3 and 1. I do remember that over here there's another little hills. Oh, wait, what's this? Ah, I knew there was a 3rd plant. Yeah, not as dumb as I act. This plant looks like it would work as an antiseptic. It should help to alleviate Selmac's fever. Not antiseptic, antiperiatic, whatever. Unfortunately, this particular plant doesn't look healthy, and aren't getting much sap from it. We'll need to find a more robust sample of this plant before you can treat Selmac's injuries. This type of plant looks sunny and windy. This type of plant likes sunny and windy growing conditions. Look for it at the top of hills and mountains. Where is it? Oh, that one. Can I jump? I can't jump. There we go. These gourd-looking things come in handy later on. Two samples. Back to Selma Hayek. Ooh, my little troops.
It is too right here.
Thank you, my friend. I'm feeling better now. I think I can continue. Okay. Then we got to run down a thingy-bob canyon, get attacked by a couple of things, and then we've got to get to the other side and fix the ship. Actually, I can change my weapon back. Yeah, I'm not going to waste my time getting all this stuff because it just makes the video too long. Okay, are these the wolf looking things? Yep. Oh, I was going to say, it's not letting me. Cross between a wolf and a lion from the looks of it. Okay, so I think there's 3 sets of those. See, I'm not firing for some reason. Oh, must be limited to 2. I thought there was 3 sets. Okay. Okay, so now I think there's a bit of collecting again.
I have lost everything.
The search patrols are moving on. We will not survive a night in the desert. We need to find shelter and safety. If we can scavenge provisions to create a camp, then we will have a better chance of reaching the wreckage of my ship alive. What do we need? The temperature is dropping. If we don't find warmth, we risk hypothermia. We can't use a phaser on the rocks here to heat them. They are too porous. We need firewood. Look to the dry plants. If we can collect tinder, kindling, and logs, we will be able to create a fire that will last through the night. Okay. Tactical firewood. Pretty sure my science officer had to find firewood. Okay. Tinder. So you've got to find a date. Tinder date. Okay. Nope, not gonna go that way. Right in the middle of it, aren't I? A little bit off. Why am I stuck on them? There we go.
I have lost everything.
I do not want to talk to you. Whoa. That is annoying. Wait a minute. I'm not sure if that's the other thing I've got to find. Yep, it is. Okay.
I have lost every...
Okay. Okay. Now we've got to run for the cave. Okay. Maybe I've played this through with a tactical officer before. I'm not sure what the engineering has to do, but science officers have to find clean water. There goes my Betty Buys alarm. Whoop-a. Yeah, so for science officer you gotta collect a gourd and then fill it with clean water. Oh, that's a crazy cutscene. You gotta fall, or you don't have to fall down, but I fall down into the water. Causes a bit of damage, but it's nothing major. Okay, and then it's a bit of a scavenger hunt to find bits and pieces for the ship. So you can actually run down the side here, but I just drop. Bam. Bit of damage. No, no. Yep, a little tiny bit of damage. There is no way this vessel will ever fly again. The damage done by the fall through the planet's atmosphere is severe. If the emergency distress beacon wasn't vaporized in the crash, it's probably buried under 30 meters of rock and sand like the Singularity Drive in the cargo bays. You do, however, find a backup generator with a minuscule amount of energy left. If you had the right components, you think you could construct a makeshift subspace beacon to contact your ship. You won't be able to do anything more than transmit a few pulses to let your crew know where you are, but it should do the trick. Okay, do I pick... No, I don't pick that up. Okay, so there's a bit of solar paneling, I think, back here. Solar paneling. Oh, it might be part of this. Maybe it just looks like solar paneling. Can't really. Yeah. Like I said, it's been a while since I've. Yeah, see, it looks like solar paneling. Okay. Nope, I have to go around. No, it's right there. Okay. I think we've got to go back into that hole. Yep, gotta go back in. Once we activate the beak. Oh, come on. Once we activate the beacon, there is a bit of a cutscene video, and then that's the end of the mission, I believe, from memory. That's not my crew.
Did you think you could run? From me? There is no place where I cannot find you. My spies are everywhere. Prisoner 1478, take your place. You did your job admirably. It is good to know at least one Reman understands who is the master and who is the slave. The loss of the listening post was a minor setback. The Reman's refuge in the Dera system has been destroyed. Dozens of subjects have been tested in my arena. When the Iconians return, they will find I have done all they have asked, and more. But you will not be there on that dreaded day. This tiresome game ends now. You could have been such a fascinating test subject, but this time, no. This time I think a more direct approach is best. Ready? Aim? No!
Yes, actually. Okay. See, it says Hail Dominion, but I'm talking to OSEC. Okay.
I apologize for Slamic's action. I had no idea there was a traitor in our midst. If his actions caused harm to you or your crew, forgive me. That was not my intent. However, your trip to the Nopada system was not in vain. Now you see. Now you know.
Monkey see.
Hakiv is a pawn of a greater power. The demons of air and darkness are here. You should report to your superiors. Tell them what you have seen here. Open their eyes to the dangers that lurk in the shadows.
Okay, that's the end of it. Now, I think this is a 3-part. Yep. Nope. Okay, the next 2 pieces must be in the next mission. Okay. Let's wait for the next mission to pop up so we can ignore it.
Klingon intelligent.
Okay, so that's the end of this mission. Again, I will be changing the ship every story arc. So the rest of Romulan Mystery, I'll be using this ship. For some reason it's got 4 here, but you can only have 2 shuttlecraft at any time. You can release a... let's see if I can zoom in. So this here is like a little captain's yacht. It's an attack cruiser, and also you've got your wingmen. So this battle cruiser is actually pretty decent. This might be something I use a lot. The only thing I don't like is there's only 2 aft weapons and only 4 forward weapons. I prefer something a few more aft weapons so I can put more 360-degree weapons attacks on it. So I've also done the home 3rd week reward. So I've got the torpedo, I've got the energy weapon, and I've also got the console. Okay, so with this torpedo you do 5,200 polaron damage. So kinetic damage, that is accuracy, shield drain on exposed. So you drain their shields when you hit them. Armor penetration and exposed. So that causes the target to take more damage. Okay, this energy weapon. 474 polaron damage. So it doesn't do as much damage, but when you have these in conjunction with the other 2 consoles, or the other 2 item sets, it actually does more damage. So -8 weapon power firing. Activating fire at will or beam overload will transfer this heavy turret into a 360 beam array. So that's actually one of these. What is it? 600. So it'll probably put out a lot more damage than 474. So it turns into a beam array when you activate particular weapons. 1% chance to strip one buff while using. So if you're, I'd assume that's to strip. So when the ship is using its crew to, get its hull repaired or shields repaired, this will actually turn that off. Only works on jem'hadar vessels and Cardassian vessels. 2% chance to expose target torpedo exploit. So this increases the torpedo exploit. Critical severity, chance, current parent levels 3 seconds. So every 3 seconds you can fire it. The console. Now I had to replace one of these, so 30% polar-on damage. This one only gives you 20% polar-on damage. But weapons damage versus foe, so anyone attacking from the back, you can actually get 15% weapons damage extra from these two, because these ones don't fire backwards. Let's see. Starship drain expertise. So if you got some sort of shield drain or anything, it does extra points of damage. It also takes the shield drain damage down by 30 points. Weapons power. So the power of weapons costs 10% less. So let's have a look. So here, these numbers drop, and it's just a lot easier to transfer power to your weapons and so on. Okay. Let's see what the sets do. Okay, so any two, the torpedo and the energy weapon, torpedo and the console, energy weapon and the console will give you this. A 50% recharge time duration to fire at will. So basically, any of, let's see if I've got them, stations. Okay, torpedo spread, then there's another torpedo one. I can't really check. I thought he had fire at will on here. It is a red one, isn't it? Fire at will. Why doesn't he have it? What about you? Can you? No, I don't know. Well, basically, any sort of weapons damage. What do you call it? Bonus damage is actually you get more from it. Okay, I can't. Words are hard to remember. Okay. So that's pretty much all that does. For any two of those, you get that, and for all three of them, whenever you activate one of the following abilities, gain a unique buff that lasts for 45 seconds. You can stack up to 3 times. Fire at will or beam overload, scatter volley, rapid fire, torpedo spread, torpedo high yield, mine, blah blah blah. And I don't use mines, so basically the volley, scatter, and rapid fire. That's a cannon thing, I think. I don't use cannons, so scatter volley, I think, is torpedoes. Fire at will and beam overload are both beam weapon things, so this one and the scatter volley are the 3 I would use. Torpedo spread. So that gives you 10% critical severity. I think that means you'll get 30 up. It stacks 3 times, so you get up to 30% extra damage. 6% chance to do that extra 30%. And 7.5%, or 22.5% extra damage from all your weapons whenever you use these particular console commands. So that's actually pretty decent. So that would go up 22%, so it's 45, so about an extra 100. You get an extra 100 damage from that. 110 damage, this would be 500, an extra 1,500. Again, another 510-ish. Oh wait, no, 550. Not 500, sorry, 150. Close to 200 extra damage. And then another 1,500 of damage. So having all three of these together from the home feature episode bonuses, this actually adds up to being pretty decent. So let's have a look at the...
Empersa, the home world of the
Just
Foundry.
accept that's how it goes. Quiet home. So next week, you will get the emote. I don't really care for emotes. I collect them just for the sake of having them. I don't know if this is account-wide or just for the... Unlocks a new character emote. I know. And usable... Traded. Well, this isn't actually an item. It's just something that happens to your account. So I don't see why it would say that. I'm not sure if this is an account-wide unlock or just a... It doesn't say account-wide. It must be per character. Phased waveform. Bacon. Signals for a few Herc forces to reinforce your current position and assist. So this is a ship device. Yeah, epic ship device. So what this does for 25 seconds, you just get like the Nimbus pirates here. They come in and attack for 25 seconds. You can get the holographic attack, and then you can have that carrier attack. But I think that you can only have 2 of these active at any one time, so I think that these would overlap. So if you want to save your ship device, you wouldn't actually have that that particular item. Let's have a look again. Phased weapons beacon. Yeah, so this is a ship's device. So if you want to use the ship device for something else, you'd probably have one of these active instead. I'm pretty sure fleet support is a passive thing you get from your traits. It's what? I don't understand why this keeps deactivating my traits. I'm not sure how many times I've had to Actually, I've had to do these 3 times. The other ones seem to have stayed, but these ones have undone themselves again. Anyway, that's the end of this video. I'm pretty sure it's gone way longer than I hoped or anticipated. So, any comments, please leave them down below. Any suggestions, please leave them down below. I'm happy to take criticism. I just ask that you keep it civil in the conversations down below. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.